Thank you. How's 3 minutes? 3 minutes good for both? All right. So we'll move on to the closing statements. And first is Mayor McLin.
Thank you, Jerry. I want to go back and thank the Chamber of Commerce for sponsoring this event here this evening. I believe my duties as mayor of Somersworth for 18 years, and 30 years of service, 8 years on the Housing Authority, 8 years as Somersworth Cemetery Trustee, gives me the knowledge and experience to serve the Senate District. We did a lot in Somersworth. I am a pro-education candidate. We fixed the high school for $5.3 million. Today that would cost probably $15 or $20 million. I remember getting a call when I took a stand on the high school renovation. They said, you just lost the election. I had one vote on the council. I called a public hearing. We had 400 people show up, and this thing passed unanimously. The kids couldn't even take a shower. It was that bad when other sports teams came and played. Being on the school board the same way as 18 years, I've dealt with people. I love people. I want to serve this district. I believe I can. I'd be a hard worker. I'd work hard for everybody in the two cities and 3 towns, and I ask for your vote. And I want to thank Jackie for being the candidate she is. We seem to get along, and it's a pleasure to be here this morning with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. And now with her closing remarks, Representative Cilley.
And I want to echo Jim's statements in saying thank you very much for all of you for coming, for MetroCast for covering it. I think I overlooked Herman Ashok and the Governor's Inn, who are always so gracious with, providing a great facility in the middle of Rochester to hold these events. Excuse me? I heard that, John. That's right, it's done. I want to also thank at least 2 of the panelists, and Mr. Gilbert for the wonderful job at moderation, and also for Mr. McLin for his graciousness and for participating in this. I mentioned earlier, there are challenges facing our state, serious challenges, and they require serious leadership, and they require a vision. I taught for 20 years at the Whittemore School of Business and Economics. I didn't have a lot of time for community service, so I didn't serve on an awful lot of the boards because my students were my passion. And 16 hours a day, 16 weeks each semester. I have 2 sons here, they'll tell you firsthand, they took a back seat all too often, for which I'll ask their forgiveness now in front of everybody. But my students were my passion. And I didn't think that there would be anything that would take me out of that classroom. And when I was asked to help out on the Democratic ballot 2 years ago to run for the State House, I said, well, I can help, but I don't know if I really want to win. I know that's an awful thing to stand here in front of the media and say, but I did. And I took it seriously, and I took that public trust seriously. And so by the end of the first year, I realized there's a choice here. It's my students or it's the people of this state. And after 20 years of teaching, I walked out of the classroom. And it was a difficult decision. But I can tell you that from that moment on to this day, I'm in 110%. You will not find a harder working, more passionate, more diligent senator for this district than what you see before you. I work hard and I work smart. I know how to, get legislation through. I've worked in a bipartisan way in the House. I intend to do the same thing in the Senate. I've worked with both chambers. And I intend to continue that as I move forward into the future. Thank you.
That concludes today's debate. I'd like to thank both candidates for participating, and I think I'm supposed to turn this back over to Laura Rain. So, Laura?
Thank you, Jerry. I think Jackie took care of most of my last-minute acknowledgements, but I would like to thank Jerry for his great job in moderating today's forum. And I will thank the full media panel for their questions today. And also to our candidates, thank you for presenting your views on the different issues that were asked here today. Also, thank you all for attending. I want to thank MetroCast Cablevision for taping this, and also to the Governor's Inn, and of course Waste Management for sponsoring. So thank you very much.